Welcome on over to Automotive World, everyone. I'm your host, Vinny Mystery, and we have a big story coming out of Honda. Now, we know Honda is working with a lot of people. Honda is working with Sony, with Afeela. Honda was recently working with GM and cut that partnership. We know Honda and Nissan have expressed working together. But now, it seems that Honda Nissan plan not only might actually be coming to fruition, but it seems like Mitsubishi might be getting in on the mix. And Nissan is a brand that is trying to revive itself, and they have some good models, but they need a little help. Mitsubishi needs a lot of help. But I think this could be the perfect partnership. Let's get right into this article from Motor One here. Another great article from Adrian here. I read a lot of his articles. Obviously, I will have it down below in the description. I encourage you to actually go read his article. It's a very good article. But we have here reports Mitsubishi allegedly wants to join the existing deal between Honda and Nissan. That initial agreement was announced mid-March, and it was going to be a collaboration effort on automotive software platforms, core components related to EVs, and complementary products. So obviously this was more so for the future. This wasn't really going to affect them now. This isn't going to be like, oh my god, Earthworks and VTEC engines are coming to Nissan and Mitsubishi. That's not what this kind of partnership was. This was for the future. This was for EVs. This was for software, things like that. But Mitsubishi wants to get in on the mix, and Nissan is a big owner of Mitsubishi, 34% stake in Mitsubishi. Now, Mitsubishi here in the United States really is struggling. They're really a former shell of themselves, and really around the world. But Mitsubishi around the world still, I think, is relatively exciting. And I think Mitsubishi and Nissan joining up Honda, even to help with complementary products. You never know. We might see a collaboration product out of that. This is something that benefits everyone. Because by investing in Nissan, you've obviously got stakes then even in Infiniti. Not really much, but you've got some in Infiniti. But now you've also got Mitsubishi in the mix. And when you look at it, Nissan still does fairly well overall. Not as good as they used to do, but fairly well. But Mitsubishi's struggling, Infiniti's struggling. When you look at Honda, you look at Acura, and Acura's struggling. But if you bring all of those brands together, there's things that Acura and Mitsubishi and Nissan and Infiniti, they can all learn from each other. And when this news was announced, and this was reported Mitsubishi had already signed an NDA to, kick off this event. And when that happened, their shares went up 6.3%. Nissan shares went up 2.8%. Honda gained 2.6%. This is huge. These are massive companies which sell ungodly amounts of vehicles to so many consumers worldwide at all different price points. They make all different types of vehicles, from little economy boxes to EVs to supercars. This is really big news, and we talk about it right here. 3 companies working together, which can also indirectly have an effect with Acura and Infiniti. This helps reduce R&D. It helps speed up development. It helps speed up labor, actual build time. If you're able to collaborate, you have a bigger access to factories and people in those factories working. You have more factories to which you can use worldwide. So many times here in America, we have cars that never show up because of things like the chicken tax and all that. By having this partnership, being able to use and leverage even things like factories and the infrastructure, you're able to bring so many more models to other markets at better price points, which allows more people to buy it and you can make more money. This is something that is huge. And they mentioned it here earlier, the Japanese, a big Japanese show a few months ago, Toyota, Mazda, and Subaru. Now, Subaru is struggling, but they've been making strides. And Toyota and Mazda have been killing it. And we've talked about even Toyota and Mazda maybe doing that little sports car. This is something that Honda needs, because we've covered Honda Financial. We've done it. Honda Financial, they killing it for the most part. The only two parts they kind of suffer is on the Accord, the Passport, and the Ridgeline kind of suffer. But we do have obviously news on the Passport. We know there's a new one coming, so I think those Passport numbers are going to go up. But when you look at the juggernaut of Toyota, Lexus, Mazda, and Subaru, essentially Toyota, Mazda, and Subaru, when you look at those four companies together, and just everything else that Toyota owns, which is indirectly, you look at Honda, Nissan, Mitsubishi, and everything that they own or have stakes in indirectly. This is beneficial for so many reasons. You can reach so many more consumers. It shortens R&D costs for new vehicles and existing vehicles. This allows vehicles and manufacturers to learn off each other, share parts and components. This gives you better consumer confidence, better reliability. This is huge across the board. And we already see it. People are excited. Stocks went up for every single company. Now, I don't think, though, Nissan is going to, I don't think Nissan's going to be receiving VTEC engines or anything like that. But we know what Honda's doing. We know Honda works with EVs. We know they work with hybrids. We know they still do fuel cells. We know what Nissan's trying to do and what Mitsubishi's trying to do. And honestly, Toyota, Mazda, and Subaru working together, it's only been amazing. It's only been a dream come true. And I think for Honda and Nissan and Mitsubishi, with what they've got going on, this would be the perfect partnership. Everybody brings something to the table. Honda brings you the power, they bring you the size, and they show you how to make a reliable vehicle, which Nissan can also do, but Nissan's a little bit more fun. Nissan can help out with the truck division. They know how to do trucks. The Nissan Z, an amazing vehicle. Something easily that Mitsubishi and Honda, if they wanted to build a sports car, they could build it off of. And Nissan still has experience with the GTR. And for Mitsubishi, this is just a match made in heaven, because Nissan makes some pretty good SUVs and Honda makes some really damn good SUVs. New Pilot's great. New Passport's probably going to be pretty dang good. So is the Ridgeline. This is going to be big. And as you can see down here, and we've talked about this before, Mitsubishi wanting to bring that old Triton Ute over to America. Now with the help of Honda. Because Ridgeline sells pretty okay. If you're telling me that Mitsubishi can now, maybe with the help of Nissan and Honda, bring this over at a lower cost, which can maybe also help Honda still sell the Ridgeline and reduce R&D. Like I said, I think it's the right move, and I think it's a little match made in heaven that we're only just seeing. Let me know what you guys think, though, down below on this. I think, personally, Nissan is having a revival period. I think Nissan does stand a lot, though, to learn from Honda. But Mitsubishi, Let me tell you something. Mitsubishi's the biggest winner here in this. Genuinely. They are the biggest winner here because Nissan, although they need help, Nissan still's got stuff going for them, and there's some optimistic stuff. But if there is anyone that needs help right now, out of these three, it's Mitsubishi. So Mitsubishi stands all to gain, nothing to lose. But let me know what you guys and girls think down below. It's gonna do it for now. Like always. Thanks for watching, everyone.